Do you ever wonder what life was like 250 million years ago? The time period around 248 to 260 million years ago was called the Triassic period. During this time, the Earth contained one giant chunk of land. This was the supercontinent called Pangaea. The formation of this piece of land occurred when shallow continental shelves were reduced. After this happened, there was an ecological competition for space. This could also be a theory for why the massive Permian extinction occurred previous to the Triassic period. During the Triassic period, this massive piece of land, Pangaea, began to split apart into two giant pieces called Gondwana and Laurasia. These two continents were separated by the Tethys Sea and moved against each other due to the spreading of the sea floor underneath the Tethys. Pangaea not only caused the formation of the continents we have today, but it was also a cause of severe climate changes. Most of the changing climate occurred around the equator. Here, the climate was arid due to the isolation of the inland area from the ocean, which would have provided the cooling and moistening of the land. Places such as North Africa and the southern part of Europe contained climates with both arid environments along with damp rivers and lakes with gymnosperm forests. What really accentuates this time period from others is that there is no evidence that suggests the presence of glacial activity. Instead, the temperatures were fairly warm. There is indication of tropical, humid forests near the equator, deciduous forests at higher latitudes, and deserts in the lower latitudes. The different climates during the Triassic period affected the species that lived during this time. Because the Triassic period came right after the Permian extinction, not much life was left surviving. There was an especially lower marine life population. There is proof, however, of the presence of amphibians. This is shown in the wet climates that can be found in coal-rich areas. Some Mesozoic ferns live in damp and shady areas under canopies, so it is very probable that these environments were present for their survival. During the Triassic period was also when the first dinosaurs and first mammals emerged. Although they were relatively small when they evolved during this time period, the types of dinosaurs that were present were plant-eating dinosaurs, such as Fabrosaurids, Heterodontosaurids, and Prosauropods. Their diets consisted of plants that were closer to the ground. Towards the end of the Triassic period, Laurasia became dominated by conifers and other plants and ferns. Gondwana became dominated by the seed fern Dicroidium. Also occurring towards the end of the Triassic period was a small extinction. This took place approximately 208 to 213 million years ago. Amphibians, marine reptiles, and some plants died out during this extinction. There is no distinct answer as to why this extinction occurred, but it is suggested that climate change, fluctuating sea levels, a volcano, or an asteroid could have been the cause. The carbon dioxide content had also increased drastically at this time. This is also believed to be a possible reason for the extinction of marine life because of increased temperatures due to the increase in carbon dioxide levels, along with decreased oceanic circulation. Although there is no exact answer, the Earth is a constantly changing environment. We cannot control it or change its outcomes. We can only hope that we survive through whatever changes it brings.